Over the years, I've done a lot of cooking on my 3D printers, but what if there was a 3D printer that was actually made for cooking on? Well, spoiler alert, there is, and after years of wanting one, I finally broke down and got it. This is none other than the PancakeBot 2.0, and it's specifically made to print pancakes in any design that you want it to. Unlike most of my 3D printers that make me question my will to live, this was actually really easy to set up right out of the box. For a maiden voyage, I'm just using their starter files, but they have a free software where you can design literally anything. Yes, anything. But first we had to make some pancake batter. Normally I say measuring is for losers, but because this is a scientific process, I followed their recipe to a T. However, when I mixed it up, it seemed like the batter was a little too thick compared to what they showed in their video. So I added milk until it looked correct, but that was determined to be a mistake. Now, there were no reference pictures of what these files were actually supposed to look like, but the first one I picked was a rocket. And don't get me wrong, they do look like a rocket, but not the kind I think it's supposed to be. Now, there is a pressure dial I was adjusting along the way, but ultimately I think the problem was my batter was just too runny. For round 2, I thickened things up, but this time it was too thick and it kept getting clogged in the nozzle even with the pressure turned all the way up. I thinned it out just a little bit more and ran these violins, which to be honest, I think was our best pancake of the day. Finally, I tried straining the batter, which they recommend if you're having issues, and I ran the red rockets one more time. Straining the batter seemed to make a huge difference, and I thought that these ones were going to turn out perfect, until all of a sudden, the PancakeBot decided to take a dump and a bunch of batter flowed out in one spot. With that said, after going through our first batch of batter, I'm feeling a lot more confident and think that we're ready to move on to making our own file. But the real question is, what should we make?